Jesse James was a legendary Western outlaw and leader of the James Younger Gang. They stood out for their bold robberies and daring heists. Legend says he was also very generous, but do the facts tell a different story? The key lies in his unique leather holster. When committing crimes and on the run, the James Gang was known to seek refuge in different Missouri farms, strategically choosing remote locations to evade law enforcement and relying on their local sympathizers for support. In return for their kindness, Jesse James often gave valuables to family members and those who befriended him. One such item is believed to be a carved leather holster. But is the story real? In 2022, Rock Island Auction listed this holster for sale as attributed to Jesse, believing it to be accurate. In 1992, this holster and other valuables, including a revolver and pocket watch, were found along with a letter tracing their history to Milton Shanton in 1880. The holster was special, a left-handed California-style design with hand-carved floral intricate carvings. The revolver was an 1875 Smith & Wesson Schofield with serial number 273. The pocket watch was carved with the initials JJ. A compelling group, but was it really his? Milton Shanton and his brother William were born in the 1850s. They lived with their older brother John on his farm near Kearney, Missouri. Jesse James also lived nearby. So Jesse and Milton became really good friends, and according to family lore, it would have been likely for Jesse James to have hidden out on John's farm while evading the law. As a gesture of thanks, it would have been absolutely reasonable for Jesse to have gifted him a leather holster and other valuables. The items were passed down through family members until they were sold in 1975 by the Shanton brothers' niece, Bernice Gilmer. And here's where it gets interesting. The family might have been hiding their ties to the James Gang. In 1975, Bernice Gilmer wrote that Milton Shanton purchased the holster and revolver from a local store in Missouri with the understanding that they had belonged to Jesse James and his brother, Frank. However, Bernice Gilmer's niece, Barbara, believes that her aunt didn't want the family to be associated with the James Younger Gang, and so she wrote that the items were purchased from a shop instead of actually being given them to the family by Jesse himself. We do know that this holster exists, and however Milton Shanton came to possess it, it is a fascinating find because it distinctly matches another holster that has been positively identified as Jesse's. His son, Jesse James Jr., had put together a traveling display of his father's firearms and leather gear. It was essentially these items mounted on a big board and became known as the Crittenden Board. The mounted items included a leather cartridge belt and a holster. The holster held an 1875 Smith & Wesson Schofield revolver, serial number 366. The exact revolver Jesse James set down just before his demise by Bob Ford in 1882. Jesse's confirmed holster was a right side California style with custom hand floral carvings. At the time, it might have been carved using even nails or other handmade leatherworking tools. And this is the same custom floral design as the left side holster from the Shanton family. And the revolver in the Shanton holster, an 1875 Schofield, serial number 273, is close enough to be a matched pair with Jesse's, serial number 366. And even more, the leather cartridge belt appears to have a worn area where a second holster was once carried. It's believed Jesse used both holsters and revolvers himself for a while, and then gave one to Milton. The cartridge belt and holster from the Crittenden Board have been in private hands since 1980. It would be a really great opportunity to one day compare the two, the thread, the tooling marks, the wear patterns, to help confirm their origin. And this sets the stage for a new chapter in historical exploration, and the legacy of Jesse James that still inspires today. Skilled leather workers produce high-quality, accurate reproductions of the James cartridge belt and holsters, and enthusiasts and collectors all around the world who want a connection to this legendary figure can purchase one of their own. With thick, vegetable tan leather, heavy stitching, and detailed carving to match the originals. Do you think they're a close match? Maybe seeing them will help bring us closer to solving this mystery, if that second holster really was the one that Jesse James gave away.